afternoon, everyone. This is Tony from her Homestead Skills, and today's topic is some things just don't make any sense at all, and trying to understand and make sense of them, I don't know how you can. Anyway, to get to where, well, this all started with Mark and I deciding to take the day off and go for another long drive. He seems to enjoy his long drives, and it is a change from the everyday. So, I mean, if we'd had the border open, we would have taken a drive through the U.S. for a week or 2 weeks or whatever we could get away with. But since that's not the case, we take the occasional drive through Ontario and end up in different locations every time. And we get to see a little bit of our own province, although some places we've been to before. And one of the places we went to yesterday, actually, I've been there, but Mark never has, which is unusual. Usually it's the other way around. Well, at some point, because everything's still under lockdown, you can't really go into restaurants and use the restrooms. Here we call them washrooms. So you have Walmarts everywhere you go. So that is one thing we've been taking advantage of when on our daily trips or on our trips, is that we'll stop by a Walmart, use their restroom, and in return we will look for something that perhaps we would be willing to buy from Walmart. Normally, I think we've spent more time in Walmart this year than we have in the last 10 years. And that is mostly because of the lockdown. Normally we would stop at restaurants, have a bite to eat, use the restroom, or stop at coffee shops, pick up a coffee and something to eat, and use the restroom, but those aren't available. The only thing that seems to be open to the public is Walmart. So anyway, to my surprise, we're walking through Walmart after having used their restroom to see if there's anything. And yes, Mark did buy something that well, lo and behold, to my surprise, they had a skid load of, actually a couple of skid loads of mason jars right in the aisle. And of course they had a big sign on them that the only way you can purchase that product is through curbside pickup. So you would have to phone them or email an order in and wait for your confirmation that you can pick it up at the curb, and they would deliver it to the curb. Now, I have used that method at Home Depot and have found that it's either hit and miss. I've never tried curbside pickup at Walmart and have no need to. There's nothing that I really want from Walmart that I would go to those lengths for. But I was looking for fencing material and T-posts from that were available at Home Depot, and Home Depot definitely had the best price on these T-posts. So I found it to be hit and miss. That one Home Depot was phenomenal at their curbside pickup, and two others that I had tried to order product from were absolutely horrendous. So sadly, the first one that held my order for five days and then canceled it was the Home Depot that I rented my rototiller from, and they were very good with that, so I assumed they would be no issues with the curbside pickup, and yet they were the worst. Anyway, there was something else that I was looking for, and Home Depot does not sell it, and that is a T-post puller. And although I don't need one today, I will need one at some point, and think that it was better to have one in stock, usable when I need one, and not scurry around for them. Now, we have something called Princess Auto, is probably the only place that seemed to have them in stock, but they weren't the product I was looking for. And Mark tells me that, yeah, Princess Auto has quite a number of unusual items as well, but a lot of it is from China. And right now I am trying to avoid buying anything that comes from China. I certainly do not want to support their economy. I would prefer to support the US economy or the Canadian economy, because we want to keep the jobs here. So I even found a lovely planter, cast iron looking type planter at Home Depot. Gorgeous thing. It was heart shaped, it held a big flower pot, so it was beautiful for an entrance. Looked at it and said the plant is made in Canada or grown in Canada, and the planter itself was made in China, and walked away. So, as I said, I'm trying to limit what I buy from China unless I'm desperate and really need it. So, as I'm not desperate for this T-post puller, the store that I did find that has the product I want claims they don't have any in stock. But this is another type of store. Now, they only have a few locations in Ontario, and we happened to pass by one, and I said to Mark, let's see if they have one in stock anyway. Sometimes the online ordering system isn't really up to the inventory level that's in the shops. So we went in, and yes, lots of stuff for sale there. Now, this store does cater to a different market. It isn't a Walmart. It caters more to the agricultural community and to the farming community and to country. So yes, you expect that they have a different range of products, but lo and behold, I also find a skid load of Bernardin mason jars. And guess what? They're cheaper than Walmart's, and you could buy them now. You could have taken the cases, 10 cases, 20 cases, and bought them. There was no limit on how many you could buy. There was no requirement for curbside pickup. It was just take it to the cash and purchase it. So some things just don't make sense. You would think that the same law applies across the board. Apparently not. Perhaps because this store caters to a different community, they are allowed, like Walmart, you are allowed to enter. Now, they don't sell food, but they sell agricultural essentials, I suspect. And they did have sections that were blocked off that you could not buy. But mason jars is one of those things that you cannot buy at Walmart. You cannot buy at Canadian Tire unless you order and have it delivered to your curbside pickup spot. But at this particular store, lo and behold, you can walk into the store, pick up as many cases as you want, and walk out. Some things I'll never understand. This is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. I hope that you found this video interesting. I certainly found my little excursion interesting. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.